Hey everyone, and once again welcome to Facebook Ads course. Myself Umar Taskir. Guys, in the previous video, we basically discussed about important matrices with regards to campaign, right? So whenever we are going to create a campaign, what kind of metric we should follow, right? And we should be able to identify that which matrices are actually important for what kind of campaign. This is again a very important thing, right? So we discussed this thing in the previous video. Now in this particular video, we are going to discuss some important metric for lead generation campaign. Suppose if you are going to run lead generation campaign, or if you are running lead generation campaign, then what are some metric on which you should focus, right? So you can see over here, we have some key performing metric over here, which are like impressions, CPM, that is cost per 1,000 impressions, frequency, which should be less than 3 or 4, right? Because higher frequency will basically annoy your audience, and the total amount spent. This is again a very important metric. Then CTR, lead and cost per lead, right? So lead and cost per lead is again very important metric with respect to our lead generation campaign. So these are key performing matrices over here. Now in this particular set of metric, we are actually not tracking video view because it is not required, right? Now guys, we have to understand that there is a proper set of metric for each and every type of campaign, and if we are able to identify this thing, then definitely our campaign will work well, and the optimization that we will be doing with regards to the matrices or with the matrices, right, will be top notch, right? So we have some calculation related setting also over here. Suppose if you want to calculate the conversion rate, because whenever you are running lead generation campaign, right, you are getting some leads through your lead form, right, and you will be converting those leads, right? So it is again a very important thing that how many leads you actually got and how many conversions you made, right? So you have to calculate the conversion rate also, and based on that particular conversion rate, you have to make sure that whether you are making profit or not, right? Or what kind of profit you are actually making, right? So you have to define some benchmark also, that okay, if this is the conversion rate, or if we are getting this much conversion rate, which means that we are doing pretty well, our campaign is successful. And if the conversion rate is not up to the mark or is not up to what we have set, right, so we have to stop this campaign or we have to start again, right? So these kind of analysis can be only done if you know the matrices, and if you know the right matrices, and if you are actually targeting the right matrices too, right? So first of all, let me tell you the basic formula of conversion rate, right? So conversion rate is basically leads divided by link clicks into 100. So suppose if you have 100 people who visited on your landing page, right, and out of those 100 people, only 20 people submitted that form, right? So in this particular case, we have 20% conversion rate over here, right? Out of those 100 people, only 20 people submitted the form. So we have 20% conversion rate from landing page views to leads, right? And out of those 20 leads, some people will convert, right? They will buy your product or they will ask for your service, whatever it is, right? So if we consider this landing page to lead conversion rate, it is basically 20%. So if we think that okay, 20% is not profitable for us, so the conclusion is, if conversion rate is 25% or greater than 25%, then only we will call it as a successful campaign. Otherwise, we have to improve this campaign or we have to pause this campaign. Now, if we talk about conversion rate, from where this conversion rate came, it came from the matrices only, right? The basic matrices that we know so far. So we know about the leads, we know about the link clicks. When we know about the leads, when we know about the link clicks, then only we will be able to calculate the conversion rate and identify according to our business that whether this particular conversion rate is up to the mark or is actually profitable for us or not, and then we can take actions, and then or we can do the optimization accordingly, right? Suppose, and then again we have like another metric over here, which is like CTR. So suppose if CTR is less than 1%, identifying that CTR is less than 1%, now you have to make decision. Now you have to decide whether this CTR is good for you or not, right? Definitely, if you are performing very much less than 1%, that is not very good thing, right? So now you have to figure out that what is exactly the issue, right? So you are tracking right metric for the right campaign. You are running a lead generation campaign. You were tracking conversion rate before. Now you are again running lead generation campaign where you are showing one banner, one ad to your decided audience and they will interact with that ad, right? So now if the interaction is not up to the mark, the impressions are there and people are actually not clicking on that particular ad, which means that the CTR is low. Now you can easily identify that, okay, there are some issues, that is the reason the CTR is not good, right? So the issues can be of different types, right? The first issue that you can see on my laptop screen is ad copy related issue. So suppose if you are not writing very good ad copy, right, very good ad copy of, or if you are not using very good creatives within your ad, right, so people will not click on your ad. This will actually decrease your CTR. So no matter how good your targeting is, no matter how well you targeted your advertisements, right, no matter how well you have created your audience set, but if the ad copy is not perfect, people are not going to click on that thing, right? So if they are not going to click on that thing, which means that the CTR is not good, right? And then you have to improve your CTR. So we have to identify the reasons that why our CTR is not good, right? And then we have to make some conclusions that what should we actually do to increase that. So this is how we analyze things around our matrices. Again, it's a very important topic, as I just told you. And another reason can be of low CTR, right? It can be if you are delivering to wrong audience, right? So if your ad is shown to wrong audience, which means that if your targeting is not perfect, people are not going to click on your ad. Suppose I am into digital marketing field, and if you are showing me ads related to physics tuition, why will I interact, right? So if the targeting is not perfect, if you haven't targeted well, then also your CTR will be low, right? So you should know that, okay, I will be following CTR, I will be following conversion rate, I will be following leads, I will be following cost per lead. These kind of matrices I will be following if I am running lead generation campaign, right? So what we are doing right now is we are trying to associate matrices with the campaign, right? Because we are having a number of matrices. We cannot follow each and every metric, right? We cannot try to analyze each and every metric, right? We have to identify core metric according to our campaign, according to our goal, and then we have to set benchmarks that if this metric is like this conversion rate, if the conversion rate is less than 25%, we will try to improve more, right? So you have to set some benchmarks and everything. So this is how it actually works, and this is what we should understand with regards to metric and campaigns. That's it for this specific video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.